Let's be real, May was very short on quality, except for that one game. Fortunately, publishers found their release button again for the good stuff in June. So much so, I had to split up the Nintendo release report into two parts. This is Nintendo MANIAX with the Nintendo release report for June 2023, Part 1. The month starts with a bit of a surprise to me. I was totally expecting that Etrian Odyssey Origins collection would get a physical release, and possibly some special edition. But unfortunately that's not the case. Well, Japan got a physical edition, the rest of the world will have to buy it from the eShop. The collection, containing the first 3 games of the series, will be available on June 1st for a hefty price of $80 or euros. Those 3 games can also be bought separately from the eShop, if you so desire, being around half the price of the full collection each. These games are said to be remastered, but in my book, these are ports with a little extra. Last thing to mention, there should be coming a character portrait DLC. So just a few different images in the game. I think you can hear that I'm disappointed with this release, like many other fans. These lovable classics from the Nintendo DS deserve much more than this botched attempt to revive them. Killer Frequency is a first-person horror adventure featuring a nighttime radio presenter. It may not have the most realistic graphics, but the 80s settings is worth something. Plus, Team 17 has a reputation of bringing good quality stuff for budget prices. June 1st is when this releases. And because some sources say this is an eShop only game, no, this does come as a physical edition as well. One of the many remasters of the February Nintendo Direct was We Love Katamari REROLL plus Royal Reverie. Though it does have a story, it doesn't really need it. Roll everything, yes everything, up into giant balls to complete missions and recreate the stars in the sky. Simplistic but unique. Repetitive or catchy, that's up to you, if you decide to get this on June 2nd. Raiden 3 is a side-scrolling shooter from 2005 that now debuts on consoles on June 6 as Raiden 3 x MIKADO MANIAX, which means it has special music that I know nothing about. But if you do, you probably picked up on that hearing the title. It's an NIS release, so we have different versions. The Deluxe Edition may be found in stores, but can also be bought separately from the NIS stores in the EU and UK and contain the soundtrack download code and a poster. That Deluxe Edition is also part of the Limited Edition, which also has the Thundersongs 2-disc soundtrack, a poster, an acrylic phone stand, all put together in a collector's box. The Limited Edition was available in the EU and UK stores, but is already sold out unfortunately. The US store still has plenty. I've put links to all those stores in the description. Visual novel warning, cause Loop 8 Summer of Gods is one of those. The story is set in 1983 and the world is about to end because of demonic entities. And you loop through the month of August till you apparently save it. Sounds a bit horrific, yet it also gives an impression of a typical teenage summer story. It's a bit difficult to judge from the trailer. Besides the standard edition, you can get the collector's edition from the Exceed game store in the US. And that includes a softcover art book, a musical selection CD, a mini wall scroll, and an authentic Japanese wooden ima, all packed in a custom box. The game comes out on June 6th, but Exceed Game Store doesn't have a date on the collector's edition, just that it will be released at a future date. And now we follow up with another visual novel. Harmony: The Fall of Reverie is set in the near future when our protagonist returns to her hometown after years away to see it fallen into the hands of an evil corporation, and apparently she becomes a goddess to restore everything to its proper balance. It was featured in the Nintendo Direct of February and now can be found on the eShop on June 8th. Catmaze is a fairy Metroidvania inspired by Slavic myths. Or so they say. I see a pixelated witch and when I hear Metroidvania, I get both excited and skeptical. But hey, it has maze in the title, it has good reviews as it's already on the eShop, and it was good enough for Red Art Games to pick this up for a physical release, which will be on June 9th. Link to the pre-order page of Red Art Games is in the description. Now, Gal Guardian's Demon Purge screams Metroidvania when you look at the gameplay, and then mostly the Vania part. It's already out on the eShop, but on June 15th we get a physical release by P-Cube, which includes a collector's edition that contains an art book, a holographic acrylic standee, an acrylic keyring, origami paper and instructions, stickers, 4 A6 art cards, and the collector's box. Availability depends on your location, so in the description I'll put the link to the P-Cube game website, which has a pre-order button and can lead you to different stores that can sell it to you. I do believe the collector's edition is only available from Funstock, with their EU store already sold out, but the UK store is still accepting pre-orders. When I read that Jeanne is about a girl who wants to be an actor and gets a chance to go to a prestigious all-boys drama school, well, you get a certain impression. But apparently it's a visual novel with quite an inspirational story and mostly aimed at a female audience. So it might not be as pervy as that sounded. The game releases in the West on June 15th with the standard edition, and Axis Games also comes with 3 special editions. The Bronze Edition includes an oversized hardcover art book, a 22-inch bandana with class insignias, 5 enamel pins and a diorama of 3 layers. The Silver Edition contains everything the Bronze Edition had, plus a convertible black pouch. What's convertible about it? I have no idea. And then the Gold Edition is as you expected the Silver Edition, but then with an exclusive t-shirt, available in different sizes from extra small in the US or small in the UK and EU to triple XL. All 3 special editions are available at the Axis game stores of the US, the UK and the EU, and you can find the links to those in the description. One last note, the US store clearly indicates the game releases on June 15th, but the UK and EU stores keep things vague with summer 2023. Officially though, the game is set to release on June 15th, also in these regions. And those were the games of the first half of June, which to me shows promise. The second half comes a lot more games, including my personal favorite and probably the biggest title of the month. So that's something to look forward to, and I'll bring you those in the second part of the June Nintendo release report in a couple of days. Subscribe so you don't miss that one, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, let me know if I missed anything and what games you are looking forward to most. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again in a few days.